Hello, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's Dawn here. So today I'm with you. I thought we'd do some felt flowers. I've done a lot of die cutting, so I already have my felt flowers here. I thought I'll do the die cutting off camera. Now I've just used a bunch of dies that I mean, these ones are all just really cheap ones off eBay, and I've used this one as well. The few tips that I'll give you with the dies and run it through your machine is that you're going to need a pair of scissors, because if you've got a die that doesn't cut really well, there's going to be edges. Now I ran it through my machine twice. Show you the felt that I used. So this was the felt that I've used, and I used a little bit thicker one. And I laid my dies on, ran it through my machine, then I ran it through my machine again. Now I did make sure to put a shim on, so that's one thing that I will tell you, make sure you have a shim, just because it was quite difficult to sort of take them out the first time round. But also test your dies first, because you'll find that some of your dies will cut out lovely and some of them you'll have to go in with your scissors. So that would be, I mean, these ones cut lovely. These ones were amazing. They were, you could go through first time with those ones, but with them ones you couldn't. So yeah, so definitely just check your dies. Just you know, have a play around with some scrap bits before you start, and just work out which dies work for you. So that's what I've sort of been doing. So I'm just going to quickly put these back in my little pouch so that I don't lose any. Okay. And then the other things that I've got is I've got just a pot of beads here, because I thought it'd be nice. We'll do some stitched ones. So I've got my needles and I've got some beads. I have lots of green bits and pieces that we can stitch on too, and then, like I say, lots and lots of let me just move them over there, lots and lots of die cuts of flowers as well. So yeah, I have loads to go. So I think what we'll do, so I'm going to stitch these ones. I am thinking though whether or not to glue some as well. I think stitching's probably going to be the best bet, isn't it? So what I need to do is actually grab myself some thread out, because I didn't actually grab that, but I do have some here in my drawer. So I'm just going to grab my little tub out with my sewing bits in. Okay. And I'm going to shut that drawer up. Okay. So I'm actually going to use I might use one of those actually. So this is a KO beading thread that I use for delicate beading, and it is fab. I love this stuff. I actually prefer it to Fireline. So Fireline is like a fishing wire, really expensive but perfect for like for delicate beading. So if you're beading with sea beads and things. What am I looking for? Scissors. Sort of hunting around looking for something. I didn't know what I was looking for. Right. But yeah, but any thread, I mean, you can just use a normal thread for this. I might actually come in with the red ones and use this gorgeous metallic one that was gifted to me. Right. Let's have a look. I do need a needle for this. So actually I'm just going to use a beading size 10 needle. But you can use any needle at all. It doesn't have to be a beading one, and it can just be a normal everyday needle. It's just that was what was to hand, so that's why I'm using that one. Right, okay, I'm going to put that in there now. So let's have a look. What flowers should we do first? I'm thinking I want to do the purple ones actually. Should we do these ones? Now these are, what I'm going to do is I'm going to split them in half, because they sort of, it's too big and bulky for me, for my liking. So yeah, right, okay, so I'm going to have that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start off, and I'm just going to start off with the largest flower, and we're just going to go from the back to the front. Then we're going to get our next flower, and we're going to place that over the needle. Please do be careful not to hurt yourself. and then we're just going to put that into position. And then the next with the other one, I mean, alternatively you could actually do it so that they were all together. So let me just take my needle out. So you could position them all first, like so, and then go in with your needle. So it's whichever way you find the most comfortable. So then I'm just going to pop a stitch in. So just to secure it all in place. So you don't need to do a lot of stitching with these. Okay, so I've just put a little stitch in, and then what I want to do now is I want to choose a bead to go in the center. You have these gorgeous beads which I really like, so yeah, let's go with them. I do have some blue, no, and you want quite, depending on the size of your flower will depend on the size of bead that you use. And so for this particular flower, I am actually using, this is a 6mm bead, so which is fine. So I'm just going to thread that on, and then just do it another couple of times just to secure that bead on there. So I'm going to have it like that. So, and then we're going to go back up. And this is just to make sure the bead stays in place, and yeah, it's not going to come out. So just turn it, and then we're just going to go down. It's like I say, it's just putting a few goes through it because we want that to be nice and secure. So I'm going to do it once more, and then we'll tie off our thread, and then that is our first flower. So like I say, I just thought I'd come on and do these with you. I have had a few people ask me about felt flowers and making them, so I thought I would just show you how I do mine. Well, that was a bit silly, wasn't it? There we go. I thought I'd done that wrong then. Right, okay, so there we have it. There's our flower. Isn't that absolutely gorgeous? And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to trim that off, and I'm just going to take the two ends. This is, instead of like tying it off and tying knots, I find this the easiest way. And then I'm just going to put a knot into these, and then for extra security you can pop on a dab of glue. Personally, I'm not going to, because when I stick these down, they will be secured. So let's just trim that off, like so. Okay, there we are. And there is our first felt flower. I mean, how cute is that? Isn't that lovely? So let's do a bigger one, so we can use a bigger bead. I'm not sure what's in these. Oh, I've got teardrops, but oh, actually, I've just had an idea. Let's have a look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I've got 5 teardrops here. So we're just having a play now. But I've just had an idea. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bead all of these on to my piece, because we're going to turn these into a flower. So just have a look through your stash and see what you have. So if you've got any teardrop shaped, it doesn't matter what shape they are. Yeah, have a go at using them. Oh, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to bring them down to the end. I'm just going to tie them in a knot so that they are in a circle, like so. Okay, so that's that. Now, because these are beads, I am going to run through these again, and I'm just running through them just so that they don't, yeah, so it's less likely that they will break. So I'm having to do one bead at a time, but that's fine. So making sure to pull tight. Okay, and then now that I'm at that bit, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to tie it in a knot again, and it's just for extra security. So let's, and then I'm going to have a look to see which petals which flowers I've got 5 on. So I have one here. So here it is, and look at that, how gorgeous is that? So let's add this on. So what I'm going to do to add it on is I'm just going to go through our bead, just so I'm away from that knot. Make sure that everything is okay. And I'm going to get our petal, and then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go down into the middle like this, and I'm going to come up on the other side of that other bead, so that we can stitch these into place. And then I'm going to go through the bead like so. Like I say, we want these to be stitched into place, and then I'm going to go back down the other side of that bead. So that bead is now attached to that petal. So then I'm going to come up on the next petal next to the next bead, and we're going to go through that bead and then down. So again, we have attached that bead to that petal, and then we're just going to go around and do it to all of them. So through the next petal, through the bead, and down the other side. Okay, and then up through the next petal, through the bead, like so. Make sure, yep, and down through that. We've got one more petal to do. So again, up through that petal, through the bead, like so, and down. Like that. Oh, that looks lovely. I'm just going to come back up to our first petal, just so that it all sort of looks, yeah, the same. Right, okay. Move you out the way. So there's our first layer. So I'm just going to go down into the middle, and then what we're going to do is I have one more layer here that I think I'll use. So I just bring that up, line it up as you can see, and then we're just going to stitch that to it. So I'm just going to go into the center of there, make sure it doesn't catch, and then I'm just going to turn it over and just catch in the felt, so nothing else. We're just doing the felt. We're going to put some stitches in so that it is secured to take it all in one place. Now the other thing that you can do as well, so let me just put a few more in. Okay, there we go. What you could do as well, so this bit here, we could in fact go up right into the center like so, and we could bring in another bead, so just like that. So if you wanted to, for make sure that's straight as it's going to be, there we go, we have another bead in the center. So I'm going to go through that again. Again, this is just to reinforce it so that it's all nice and yeah, reinforced, so that it's less likely to break on us. So yeah, so there you go. So there's some a little bit different, isn't it? And that's just because I found the beads in my little drawer. So now what we're going to do is we need to tie this thread off. So I'm just going to tie that off now. So I'm going to go in, and then I'm going to go back through my thread, which will give us a little knot, and then I'll do that once more like so, and there we are. So I'll take the needle off, just pop that in there, and we just trim our threads. Okay, so there you go. So that's a little bit different, so you can really go for it and do whatever you want with felt flowers. I mean, that's just absolutely god, I love that. I actually have, I think I've got some more of those beads. Let's have a look. I've got two, is what I might do is make some more once I go off camera, if I have enough. I've got 4 because I think a red one in this would look lovely. Oh, please don't say that I haven't, because I really like that flower. It's not looking like it, is it? I've only got 4. What a shame. I'm very tempted just to move that strand. We don't need that strand in there. That's just making it not be able to see. Yeah, no. The thing is, though, I know I'll have one in my huge bead cupboard, but yeah, getting them all out is a bit of a nightmare. Anyway, so there you are. There are those. We can, like I was saying, we can glue them. So if you haven't got, if you're not a big fan of sewing, I'm not really a big fan of sewing. It all depends on what I'm doing to whether or not I'll put up with it. So let's put the glue gun on. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab, because I have these as well. So I have some nice little gems. And let's have a look what's in this drawer. Because you just don't know unless you have a look, do you? Right. Oh, we've got some lovely beads in there that we can use as well. So, but these I think are going to be perfect. So let's take one of these out. So these are little gems. There you go. So it's just a little gem, and it's got 4 holes in the back where you can attach it on to your piece. So what I'm going to do is let's do that while the gun's heating up. Let's add this one on. So I do need some more thread. So I'm just going to take a small amount off, grab my needle and thread it. Okay, so what I'm going to do is just trying to think what colour would be best. Let's do a red one. So I'm going to do the red poinsettia, I think. So I'm just going to line all of that up like so. I just want to get that bit out, so I don't want them. And that bit. Okay, there. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go up the middle, up to all of them, and we're going to pop in a few stitches like what we've just done with the first one. So make sure we've got a nice tail so that we can tie it off. Okay, so just going to keep going up a couple of times like so, so that it is nice and secure. Right, now what we're going to do is I'm going to come up the middle. I'm going to get a hold of our bead, and we have a hole running through that way, and we also have a hole running through that way. So we're just going to attach it doing that. It makes it so much easier for you to sew it on. So there's our first one, so there you go. And then you want to come up on the side that you haven't sewed, and then we're going to go through that just like that, and make sure that, yep, and then go back to the back, and then just like we've done with the other ones, there we go, we're going to just reinforce it. So I'm going to come up next to the first hole, so just on this side we're going to go through it, and then this just ensures that it's not going to fall apart on you. So when sewing beads and stuff onto your projects, I highly recommend that you do actually do it so that you reinforce it, so you at least go through everything twice, because it's less likely to break on you then. And then in there like that. There we go. Oh, I love that. So I think these are called sew-on rhinestones, if I remember. I bought these, oh, many years ago when I was beading. Yeah, but I got them off eBay. I'm sure they're called something like sew-on rhinestones or something. Trying to think. Yeah, I really can't remember. But try that. Try typing in sew-on rhinestones and see what comes up. Okay, right, I've tied that off, so I don't need to double knot it. So I'm just going to trim that off and trim that off, and there you go. There is another flower ready to go. So how gorgeous is that? Isn't that lovely? So yeah, we've made 3 flowers with different beads in the centre. I like them. I think they're beautiful. Right, okay. Hopefully our glue gun, which yeah, was stuck to my little pot. So I have like a little pot that it sits in. Yeah, I'm hoping it should be. I'm just peeling the bits off the side of it. Right, okay. Let's have a look. I think let's do this one. So what I'm going to do is I just want to show you how easy it is just to use a glue gun, or you can use your wet glue, whichever you want. And then I'm just going to pop a little more down, and then this is going to go on there. And then I want a bead for the center, so yeah, let's use one of these rondelles. And I'm actually going to use my glossy accents to stick this one down. So just a small amount, just because I think it'll be a better adherence to it. And then we're just going to push that in there. So there you go. I mean, and it does make it, using your glue gun, it does make it a lot quicker to make your flowers up. I think I prefer the sewed way, like the using the needle and thread, but yeah, it works in both ways. I'm looking for my, can anyone see it? I don't know what I've done with it. Oh, I put it on. I was looking for the lid and I've already put the lid on. How silly. Anyway, so there you go. Just a quick video just to come on and show you how I make my felt flowers. But aren't they beautiful? Don't they look gorgeous? I mean, that one you can't even tell that it hasn't been sewn on. So yeah, but just do them whichever way you want. Like I say with the die cutting machine, check your dies out first, run them through first to have a look, but do definitely use a shim. Even if you think you don't need a shim, trust me, it really will make all the difference. So I'm going to leave it there. Thank you so much for watching. Please do consider subscribing if you're not already subscribed, and hopefully I'll see you very soon in another video. But until then, happy crafting. Bye. Okay, so I know I've just said goodbye, but I just thought, you know what, we can do a 3D flower. So I've got this one here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to push that over on there like that, and I'm just going to put, actually let's use the glue gun because I think it'll be a lot quicker. So I'm just going to stick that bit on there, and then I'm going to put a little bit of glue on this bit, and we're going to move that over there. So straight away we've got a nice sort of coney shape type bit, and then I'm going to do the same with these ones. So we're just going to bring them in over, so just like that, and then let's do the same with this one. So I'm only doing 2 sides, I'm not doing all the sides, and have it on there. Oh, look at that, how cute is that? Oh, do you know, I really like that. So then let's pop a blob of glue in there. So I'm going to just stick that one in. So there's that. And we're just going to pop a blob of glue in there, like so. I'm going to do that. Just, oh, my glue is stringing. And then let's have a look. What bead would I like? I think those ones, yeah. And then just pop a dab of glue in there, and yeah, we'll pop a bead in as well. Okay, so there you go. Ah, isn't that gorgeous? So that is more of a 3D flower. So I was just thinking about it when I was when I came up, because I was starting to do some more, and I thought actually I should really come on and show you guys how to do some 3D ones as well. So there's that one. I've got these ones which I think we should do like 3D-ish. So I'm just going to put some glue in the middle there, and I'm going to fold that up just like that, and just, yeah, twist it so that's together. And I'm going to get the next colour, and we're just going to put some glue in the middle. I'm going to stick that in the centre, and then again just push up these bits. So this one's quite easy actually to turn into a 3D flower, and then and do the same, push that in, and then we're going to push up on both sides, make sure that we've got all of them up. Oh, how lovely is that one? Right, and then try not to mess it up. Okay, and there you have it. There is a nice little flower. Now I'm thinking on this one, let me get this glue off my fingers, we could have some of the nice long green leaves, maybe not that long. Let's have a look, see what we have. I'm thinking that you could sort of have it, oh, I like that, and there's another one. So we can have them sort of like, well, I might have to cut them down, which is fine. But how cute is that? That's really cute actually. Oh, anyway, yeah. So have a play, have a look to see. I do like that. And the other thing I'm thinking of is actually just wrapping a piece around the bottom bit here, so that it's got like that green edge to it. Yeah, anyway, yeah, I'm just playing. Okay, right, I'm going to leave it there, guys. I do love that. I think that one actually might be my favourite. Oh, how gorgeous will that look on your projects? I mean, it could go in there really, but yeah. So yeah, just a couple of 3D flowers there for you. Anyway, yeah, like I said, I thought I'd just come on and show you very quickly a couple of 3D ones. Right, that's it for me today. Thank you for watching again, and yeah, see you next time. Bye.